This is Poetry for Warriors Daily, your daily dose of Poetry for Warriors. And here's your host, Joshua David Ling.
2. Idiot Dope. Later on, down in Bay E, Pandora and Blayze were where they should be, waiting around for Amanda and crew to tell them both what next to do. The hangar with people of all kinds bustled. Chitrans, Acklins, and Terrans all hustled. But soon Galactic Rangers began to skulk. This is not good. Seriously? Gulp. Galactic Rangers were like the police force of that age, but cunning and brutal. One wouldn't engage. Instead, run away would be the only way. But Blayze and Pandora had no way out of the bay. Just then, one turned and walked right up to the two. "I'm looking for Amanda Canis and her crew. We believe they're here recruiting illegal activity."
"Really, officer? I wonder who that be."
"Well, this is their ship right here in Bay E, the Magnus Canis, and who might you two be?" Suddenly, a laser blast rang out through the bays and struck the officer's palm.
"Pandora and Blayze, get to the ship!"
The voice came from the ship's intercom. The bay door to the ship began to open, but was jammed by those who were hoping to catch these criminals as quick as they could. Then Amanda appeared and struck a ranger right where he stood. She had a stun baton and was fighting with no doubts. Blayze began to help.
"Pandora, get us out!"
Pandora nodded and swung up to the wheel of the landing gear closest to her. She crawled inside and pushed past cables through little passageways and more. Soon she heard a voice from the ship's AI. "What are you doing, young woman?"
"I need to get to the bridge of this ship."
"Consider that task done." 100 blue arrows now dotted her path and pointed the way well.
"Thank you, ship,"
Pandora exclaimed. "Call me my name, Wendell." Hiding behind the wings of the ship, Amanda tossed Blayze a gun.
"What is your deal? I had no problems before you and your ship came along." "Just shut up and cover me,"
Amanda said, rolling behind a crate. Blayze shook his head and gave a sigh. "This is great. Just great." Meanwhile, back in the bowels of the ship, Pandora made her way to the bridge. Her head was beginning to ache. It hurt so much, but she pressed on, grabbing her nose's bridge. She emerged from a vent and saw a young man flipping practically every switch, but something was definitely not right as his controls sparked on the fritz. Come on, he urged her on, praying the ship would start up.
"They're jamming the signal. Do you have an analog auxiliary backup?"
"Who are you? Are you with the feds?"
"I'm a new recruit, and we've got to keep our heads. Now, do you have one or not?"
"Yes, but it's vampiric."
"Whatever it takes, you fuel it, I'll steer it."
Back with Amanda and Blayze, the lasers continued to sound. They hid behind a pillar and seemed completely pinned down. But all of a sudden, a voice came from on top of the ship, and Amanda yelled, "James!" "Grab on!" he yelled to them while lowering a rope. He pulled them aboard. "You idiot dope."
"Just get inside and get her going,"
Amanda yelled back. And a few moments later, they did just that. Their ship rose up thanks to Pandora and the young man, and then they regrouped to go over plans.
This has been Poetry for Warriors Daily. For more, visit joshuadavidling.com.